Hi, I'm Birnie, born and raised in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. My parents have been running a greenhouse business there for over 25 years, and I believe that that's where my entrepreneurship qualities came from, is growing up in a small community with hard work ethic and a good family background. In 1998, I graduated from Weyburn High School, and 3 days after graduation, my dad drove me out to Alberta, where I began my career in the oil field. I started working in late 1998, early 99 for a company called BJ Services, who focused on frac, cement, and coil services in Alberta and Saskatchewan. I was at BJ Services for just over 10 years, and then I left Alberta and moved back into my hometown area of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. From 2008 into 2011, we worked for a consulting firm called Leslie Consulting, and that's where I learned my supervision skills and furthered my knowledge in the frac and coil industry in Saskatchewan. After consulting for 2 to 3 years for Leslie Consulting, myself and my partners, Swartz, Jay, Wade, Pat, Dalton, Nelson, Macker, decided to throw some money together and fire up what is now called Element Technical Services. Element Technical Services became operational in March of 2012. We did our very first frac for a company called Petrobakken. From 2012 to 2014-15, there was numerous peaks and valleys in our area. Our area was super competitive at the time. There were 6 or 7 different frac companies down here focusing on the Bakken play. And we really struggled to put our frac crews and our frac gear to match up or marry up to a coil unit. In 2016, Element Technical Services fired up a brand new deep coil division in southeastern Saskatchewan due to utilization and the lack of coil rigs in our area. A big part of the startup in our coil division was Ben Noel, Mark Lapine, and Glenna Periton. They couldn't have been more instrumental starting the coil tubing division at Element. Since then, Element has acquired numerous coil rigs, and we now have 7 operational. We've spread our wings a little bit. Saskatchewan utilization has recessed somewhat since 2016-17. Peak operations in Saskatchewan, we used to run about 6 frac crews out of Carlyle, servicing Stoughton area, Unger, Saskatchewan, Virden, Manitoba area. And since then, we're down to 2 frac crews in southeastern Saskatchewan, and we sent the rest of the gear out to fire up our Red Deer, Alberta division, what we call our Central Division, in 2017. 2017 to 2019, we were operational in Carlyle, Saskatchewan and Central Alberta, and then we moved south. We took a big leap into Casper, Wyoming. Truth be known, we were a little bit scared of the politics that were going on at the time. There was quite a story on our friend Justin maybe ending fracking in Canada. That was in the media off and on, so we figured to protect ourselves and our business and our employees and that we'd move down to the States, and we set up shop in Casper, Wyoming. In the fall of 23, Element Technical Services acquired Essential Coil, who's based out of Grand Prairie and Red Deer, Alberta. Within the deal came 7 operational deep coil rigs and 13 available more coil rigs for a startup. A combination of Element's 7 coil rigs and the 20 coil rigs newly acquired in the Essential deal makes Element Technical Services the largest coil provider in Canada to date. In order to be successful in the oil field industry, I believe that you got to have an unbelievable team both on the ground, in the field, in the facilities, in the offices, and most importantly at home. I'm very, very grateful for my family supporting me throughout the last decade of running Element Technical Services. Andrea, Dexton, Peyton, and Rio couldn't be more supportive, and you know, they just get it. When oil guys got to go to work, the wife and kids have to tend to the house and run to all the activities, and I couldn't be more thankful to my wife Andrea for handling all that when I'm away for work.